Greetings. It's July 7. I'm between semesters, which should mean that I have a lot of free time, but I've spent all my spare time looking at apartments because our landlord wouldn't tell us if she would renew our lease. She just wouldn't tell us. She was like, it's not time for me to tell you. So anyway, and rents are going up, so we decided, well, we'll just start looking. And, maybe there's something better out there. And so the moment we decide that we've got time to look is when there's this huge heat wave. So we're wandering around in extreme heat, and I'm with my cane and my foot dragging behind me, and it's just awful. And we found some huge apartment, and it was really a trash heap. They didn't clean it. They didn't do anything to fix it up. And then the furniture was just disastrous. And when we asked if they could, just take it out because we have our own, they said, no, there's only two of you, so you can just put all the furniture in this other room. I'm like, the only thing you got going for you is the space, so now you've just cut out 100, square meters, so now you don't even have the space going for you. But so then I thought, well, maybe we could make their furniture work somehow, which is always a mistake. And I sat on the bed to see how hard it was, and it collapsed under me. And then the landlord's son comes over to lift it up to try to screw it back in, and the other leg falls off. I'm like, okay, no. So, but like, if they would just get rid of their furniture or put in good furniture and sort of clean it up, that could make a fortune. But I guess for some reason they don't think like that. And later, we were headed back towards the subway, and we're standing in the 7-Eleven eating lunch at this sort of counter thing, sort of away from the cashier. And we weren't really noticing, but some guy came in, and clearly an English speaker, but we weren't thinking about it. And I was going, can you believe that bed? It was so terrible. And my roommate's sitting there looking at her pops going, yeah. Just not really listening to me. And then I said, I thought, okay, maybe it'll be okay if it's not too hard. And then I sat on it and it broke. And she's like, I said, and, I thought, well, even if it is soft enough to sleep on, who cares? You can't have any fun on it. It's going to break right out under you. And then she's like, Anyway, then this guy who had come in to buy his lunch or whatever, and he walked out. He walked kind of in front of the window where we were. He was just really laughing. And then Andrea was like, what did you just say? Because she wasn't really listening, and I told her, she was like, you got an earful. Anyway, no, you couldn't have any fun on that bed. It would break right out from under you. I don't know why they think someone's going to rent it, and then what are they going to do there? You couldn't sleep on it either, obviously. Then the next place that we called, or one of the places we called, it was a 3-bedroom apartment, and they said, well, how many of you are there? And we said, well, there's 2 of us who want to rent it. And then they wouldn't let us have it. They were like, well, you need a 2-bedroom. You can have this. I'm like, okay, then there's 3 of us. They were like, oh, okay. It's like, none of this makes any sense at all. This is totally illogical. So anyway, and finally, I guess after we'd called this landlord 3 times, and she heard us, I'm sure, through the walls talking about renting apartments, and then I think she figured out, oh, I'd better tell them or they're going to go. So she finally called us and said, oh yeah, you can stay. And we were like, what did you tell us last week? We spent our whole break basically worrying about what to do. But anyway, it's nice because we don't have to move. We could if we want, but we don't have to, which puts us in a great negotiating position. So we're going to try to set it up so that this new lease doesn't expire until it's convenient for us, between semesters and not in the middle of the summer. And we don't know what the real estate market will do, but if 2 of us are paying for a place and we pay just a little bit more and we don't get a gym membership, we can get a luxury apartment with a gym membership in it and a maid that comes twice a week for about the same price as what we have here. So yeah, we're in a good position. But anyway, that's what I've been doing this week. And I'll probably run over to a nearby hospital because, they do venoplasty at several hospitals nearby, and I've been looking into it, and I've just been waiting to have time to drop in. You can't really make an appointment, and I'm not sure when this certain specialist works, so I have to drop in to find out when she's there, and hopefully catch her. And it's possible that I could just walk in next week when she's at work, wait in line, go in and tell her what I want and get it done. There's no way of knowing except to just try, but shouldn't cost too much either. I mean, I'm already here, so I haven't had to pay to go to another country. And I mean, a heart transplant costs about 10,000 yuan. It costs about, well, less than $2,000. So I'm thinking a venoplasty is going to be less than $2,000 as well. So hey, you know, it's worth trying. I don't know what'll come of it, but in the next couple of days, planning to stop in there and check it out. So we'll see.